This matching set from the TikTok shop was freaking haunting me. But I saw this cost and it kind of bothered me because this is like the epitome of fast fashion. Disclaimer, I am not saying that you can never buy things from fast fashion. I realize that I am incredibly privileged to be able to do what I am about to do with this shit. It's a 1.5 minute video and I can't fit every nuance into here, but I'm really trying. Okay, thank you. Anyway, I decided instead to make it myself and track how much the materials cost and how long it took me. Let's see if it's more than $22. Spoiler alert, it's a lot more than $22. First thing I found was the fabric, and let me tell you, this specific kind of fabric, I wanted something really similar, was really hard to find. I finally found it on primefabrics.com, and I bought 4 yards of the stuff, which cost me $86. Granted, I did have a lot of material left over even after some mishaps, so you really only need like 3 yards. Next was patterns. I hunted through Etsy until I found the kite pants pattern and the L top pattern, and all together these cost me about 20 bucks. And then once my fabric had arrived and I'd cut out all the pattern pieces, it was time to move on to cutting the fabric up. I have never tracked how long this takes, and oh my god, it was an hour. Jesus Lord in heaven almighty. I started sewing the shirt first, honestly, because it was less intimidating than the pants. And it was really simple, but I still managed to mess it up, rip it in 3 places with my seam ripper, and have to cut out everything and start over from scratch again. Then I went a little bit rogue because I realized the pattern wasn't entirely made for the type of fabric that I was using, and I ended up doing bias tape around the neckline and armholes. It just looked a little bit cleaner, but it did take a little bit longer. Altogether, not including the redo, it took me 2 hours and 36 minutes to sew the shirt. And then I got started on sewing the pants. I did the more basic version of this pattern, so it wasn't as long as it could have been, but it was a multi-step process. These are really well constructed pants, and I always had to check the fit because my thighs are a wild card, and sometimes I do all of this work and then it doesn't go over my knees. Always a great moment for me. But this one was looking good, so I got started on the elastic waistband, and before I knew it, we were finished. Sewing the pants themselves took me about 6 hours and 20 minutes, but altogether, the project took me around 9 hours, and I say around because this is the last screenshot I have. I completely forgot to turn off my stopwatch just at the very end of the project. I was so mad at myself. Final thoughts, they're a little wrinkly because I use shirting and that's the only fabric I was able to find in this pattern, but what are you going to do? However, the fit is wonderful and they are super comfy, which is what I was going for. Worth it? I think so. I like my version better because it's literally built to fit my body, and I know it didn't come from slave labor. So, it's the small wins in the end.